What's up, boys? I'm taking a look at some player props over on Prize Picks. Prize Picks, if you guys don't know, great website for some player props. Definitely recommend joining. If you guys are not already joined, use my code DOMG when you guys do sign up. It's available in most states, but they do match your deposit 100% up to $100. Definitely recommend joining. I use it personally all the time. The link is in my description if you guys are interested in joining. But that's what we're going to be doing today, to research some player props. And we're going to use some other sites too to go ahead and research and take a look at some that might be pretty good for tonight. So if anyone is new, make sure you guys like the video, subscribe to the channel, and turn post notifications. Those are things that would help me out. It's you guys would do those three things. I also have a Patreon. That link is in the description as well. $10 a month. Give you guys my picks every single day. Yesterday was pretty good. We were 4-2 on individual picks, but I did two two-pick power play entries that times 3 your money each a piece, and they both hit. So we were pretty good entry-wise. We were killing it last night for those power plays. And so yeah, I picked 4 out of those 6, and the 4 that I picked hit. So we were pretty good yesterday. So it's a good day yesterday. I also did a 4 pick with them too, so that turned 10 to 100. I used my risk free with that. That came from Prize Picks. They do stuff all the time, all bunch of kind of deals and bonuses and stuff. Highly recommend joining. Yesterday was a $10 risk free, so that was pretty nice. But I ended up hitting with that too, a 4 pick power play, so that was pretty awesome. But yeah. Appreciate watching, and let's go ahead and hop into this here. But a free Discord is in the description. But just get this all out of the way: Prize Picks link, Discord link, Prize or Patreon link are all in the description. And then make sure you guys like the video and subscribe. I'll stop talking now. We'll go ahead and hop into this here. So let's go ahead though and talk about some of these. So I have 4 rebound props and 1 assist. So sorry for you points guys or 3-point makes guys or anything like that, but I'm going heavy on some boards in today's video, and then 1 for assist. So we're going to start off with some boards here, rebounds, but yeah, I don't know. I haven't seen too much value on the points so far. I haven't looked too far into this, but nothing in points, definitely not anything in 3-point makes. These all do not look very good to me, just because they round a lot of them up to like 3 or down to 2 and all that stuff. So those get a little bit tougher when you get to like that 3 mark. So I don't know. I'm kind of looking more at rebounds and assists right now, so that's why I have so many rebounds. But I also have a lot in this Celtics game, and in particular the Celtics. So it's kind of one-sided in today's video. Sorry about that, but there's a lot of value on today's board, I do think, just in some areas more than others. So let's take a look at one real quick, though. And this one won't be a Celtic. So let's take a look at Isaiah Stewart here. So 7.5 rebounds. 5 out of 5 in his last 5. So he's been killing it, averaging 10 in his last 5. He just needs 8 tonight against Orlando Magic. Some quick stats on him. So he has hit this 9 out of his last 10. So that's really interesting. I don't know why this number is really low, considering he's hit 9 out of the last 10. So I'm not sure what that's about. Usually you don't see many that are 9 out of 10 hit rates. They're just sitting there on the board. So maybe this one gets bumped, or there's a reason he's this low. I'm honestly not 100% sure. But he's 1 for 1 against Orlando this season, and he is 66% at hitting this the entire season. So this is a pretty good look for Isaiah Stewart today. So let's take a look at this game here. Detroit Pistons here. No Jeremy Grant, no Jackson, Frank Jackson. But yeah, Sadiq Bey is in, Diallo. It's Orlando Magic. It's a 2-point spread, so we kind of got a toilet bowl going on here. But 732 versus 730. So maybe this will give you guys a reason to watch it, maybe. I don't know. But 2-point spread, 212 over under 7 o'clock game. So by the way, I don't think I have anything in this video for this 3:30 game. I think I might just be skipping this game. I don't think there's anything too interesting first look in this game, but I don't know. Let's take a look at this game though. So again, 2-point spread. Let's take a look at this though. So Isaiah Stewart, center, going against Orlando Magic. Let's take a look at what they're allowing for rebounds. So Orlando Magic are allowing some of the most rebounds to centers in the entire league this season. We can switch this to the last 7 to see how they've been doing it in the last 7. The Orlando Magic in the last 7 have been a little bit better, but they're still kind of in the middle. So it's a middle of the road matchup, not really something we have to worry about it being a bad matchup, or something that we can really favor it with it being a great matchup. So it's middle of the road, hitting 9 out of his last 10. I think it's a pretty good look for Isaiah Stewart in today's game. Maybe I'm forgetting something. With him being 9 out of 10, I always recommend doing your own research. These are just first looks. I really play all of these on my Patreon, by the way. Or I don't play them all at all. I don't think I've ever done that. So yesterday, I think I took 2 from the video and put it in the Patreon out of the 6 that I played. So both of which hit, by the way. But let's go and take a look at some other ones here. So rebounds. Let's take a look at Robert Williams. So 8.5 rebounds. Again, another 5 out of 5 hit rate. Maybe this one's a little bit of a sweater with it being a higher number. and him hitting 9 in his last 2. So 10.8 averaging in his last 5. So let's take a look at some stats on him. 8 out of 10 in his last 10. He's 2 for 3 versus the New York Knicks this season, and he's 53% hitting this all season. So it's okay right there. The hit rate recently is what I really do like in this matchup. But let's take a look at this game here. So the Knicks and the Boston Celtics. So we don't really have any late games either. It's 9 o'clock and 7 and 7:30, and then we have 3:30. But yeah, so in today's game, 7-point spread, 207.5 over under. So it could blow out. It's right in that line of a blowout. This game could possibly blow out. I probably wouldn't touch too many overs in this game. What about the other games though? Yeah, these ones should definitely not blow out. These two have a shot of blowing out. I'm not too worried about this, but it's kind of right in that line, so kind of be aware of that a little bit. But center going against the New York Knicks. Let's take a look at this here. So center rebounds going against the New York Knicks. This is the last 7. I'm pretty sure I still have it on. I do. New York Knicks, where are they at? They're actually the hardest for rebounds. So maybe this is one we don't even want to touch despite the high hit rate. He is 2 for 3 on the season at hitting this. So how about the season long? Season long, the New York Knicks are still one of the harder ones. So I don't know. He's hit 2 out of 3 against the Knicks. It's a very hard matchup recently though. So maybe this is one we end up not touching. So yeah, can't lose if you don't touch it. So yeah, I don't know. It's a solid one, but matchup is really tough. I'm probably not going to touch that one. Looking at the matchup. Let's take a look at some more here. So let's take a look at one that's really interesting to me, and it's Chris Paul. He's been killing this. So his number has always been at 4.5 every day for like the past 7 at least, is what I've been seeing at least. Maybe I'm wrong, but I feel like he's always been at 4.5. They bumped him down to 4, despite him having 13 rebounds against the Clippers. I'm thinking it's definitely because of this matchup. We're going to take a look at this matchup here. Miami, they're really tough for rebounds. So let's take a look at Chris Paul, though, at 4 rebounds. So he's had 13, 5, 6, 5, and 5 in his last 5. So he's averaging 6.8 in his last 5. That's really boosted by this number. But let's take a look at this here. So the Phoenix Suns here, again, a game where I said it would probably blow out. So be aware of that. Chris Paul, older player. Kind of got to be aware of that. But so maybe that's another reason why his number got bumped down to 4. Let's take a look at point guard going against the Miami Heat. So season long here, the Heat allowing rebounds to point guards. They are the best. So like I said, this is going to be a very tough match. Very tough matchup for Chris Paul in today's game. So Miami Heat in the last 7 though are still one of the harder matchups. So it's tougher one for sure. Let's take a look at some stats though. 8 for 10 in his last 10. He has hit this 8 for 8. 8 straight. He has gone over 4 rebounds. So he's 0 for 2 last season at hitting this number though, and he's 55% hitting this on the season. I don't believe he's played him this season. So this is a really tough one right here for Chris Paul. So I'm going to kind of skip over that one because we're also going to be talking about Devin Booker at 4.5 rebounds. Both of these numbers looking really good. Matchup very tough. So it's up to you guys here. But 7.8 averaging in his last 5. Some quick stats here, but he's 5 for 5 in his last 5. Booker, he's 8 for 10 in his last 10. He is 1 for 2 at hitting this last season, and he's hit 61% this season to get at least 5 rebounds. So yeah, going against Miami again. Let's take a look at this game. 9-point spread. He's a little bit of a younger player. They still definitely could pull him. I know a game where they didn't play him the entire fourth quarter when they were blowing him out, but so that's something to definitely note because he killed me with the one day because he did not play the entire fourth quarter. So again, be aware of that. That might be another reason why he has such a good hit rate, and his number is at 4.5. So let's take a look at shooting guards though, going against the Miami Heat season long for rebounds, because the Miami Heat are probably the best or one of the best rebounding teams in the league. So at limiting rebounds at least. So 6 rebounds right there. They're allowing in the season long. I always say though, pay attention to where they rank among other teams, not just the number. So still on the very harder side. So let's take a look at the last 7, what the Miami Heat are allowing. So Miami Heat, yeah, they're still on the harder side, man. So maybe this is a matchup you just don't really want to go against Miami Heat. Or you can take a look at some what they've been allowing to other point guards and shooting guards in recent games. So you can see maybe they've played, I don't even know who they've been playing recently, but maybe they played like Cade Cunningham or something. I know they more than likely didn't, and he had like 6 rebounds or something. compared to Booker, who just needs 5. I don't know. Just always do more research is what I like to say. But let's take a look at the last one here. I promise we're going to go off. We're not going to do a rebound one this time. Let's take a look at Marcus Smart assists. So he's at 4.5 here. So Marcus Smart 4.5. He is 7 out of 10 in his last 10. 72% at hitting this season. And he's 3 for 3 this season against the New York Knicks. Very, very good numbers. So we'll see. He just hit this against the New York Knicks on January 6th, which was 2 days ago. But he just needs 5 assists in today's matchup. So let's take a look at the Boston Celtics here. We already took a look at this game. 7-point spread, 207.5 over under. Marcus Smart, point guard, going against the New York Knicks. So let's take a look at this here. Point guard assists against the New York Knicks. And let's see where they're at here. So New York, New York, New York. They're right here a little bit on the harder side. So yeah, they're probably a little bit, they're in the top 10 range of allowing assists. So last 7 though, let's take a look at the New York Knicks. So last 7 here, they are allowing the second least amount of assists. So a lot of good looking numbers today, but a lot of tough matchups. So kind of be aware of that bait today is what I'm trying to say here. Isaiah Stewart probably looking like a better one. It's not a horrible matchup. I'm not really sure why his number is low. I'm probably more than likely forgetting something on that, or there's something up with that. So you just kind of always got to stay aware of some stuff. But I don't know. Marcus Smart right here. He's hit this every game against the New York Knicks this season. So he's 3 for 3 this season, as far as I could tell. Maybe that number is wrong. Maybe I looked at something wrong. Again, always do your own research. But 7 out of 10 in his last 10, 72% this season, and 3 for 3 against the New York Knicks this season is definitely something to go ahead and note. So some good looking numbers here in today's game. The Celtics game is a good one to look at because when you're taking a look at some of these guys, they've already played each other 3 times this season. So there's a lot of good looking numbers. If you go on like props.cash or something, you can see, or even if you just go on PrizePicks, you see what they just did 2 days ago. So just stay aware of some things, do your own research, but if you want, you can kind of use this as a basis, but don't go off of just what I say is what I like to say. So yeah, that's going to do, man. Everything is in the description. PrizePicks link. Match your first deposit up to $100, 100%. Yeah, Discord link, free Discord in the description. I know a lot of you guys have been joining that. Sign up with my code DOMG on PrizePicks. A lot of you guys have been doing that. And then the Patreon. So yeah, it's going to do, man. Appreciate watching. I'll see you guys next time.